Welcome to this Capital Market Day. That is the third one we arranged, I think. And the first one we did was quite a lot of people. The second one, we moved to another facility because we thought it was too small. And then it was not so many. And now we have, I think, 20 in a queue to be here. So it changed fast. The program of today, you will meet several people. From us, Thomas, Jansson and Andreas will have a presentation about New Wave in Dingle, that are one of the biggest subsidiaries in Scandinavia and also central warehouse. You will have a presentation from Jansson by Jansson and Christopher Rehn. Then you will meet Annie, that are CSR responsible. And then we have the lunch. And then after that, you will meet Tom van Heffen, that are, have been in New Wave quite many years. He was responsible first for Harvest Printer and ProJob in Belgium, and then he did that very well. So then he took over France as well 2 years ago, I think, and turned that profitable, and now we have taken over Germany also. So it's a very important player here. Craft International, Stefan, I think most of you have met before. Coffee break. And then we have the newest, so to say, big football club we have signed. OFG Århus. You will meet their CEO and CCO. After that, we have a presentation that are on the net from New Wave or distribution in Canada, Mark Alexander, and then a short summary, and then some light food, and gin and beer tasting from Costa Brewery and Distillery. That's the schedule. Change financial targets and new long-term financial goals. Operating margin, we have been now for 2 years in a row overperformed the 15%, and we still have much more to do. So we raise that to 20%. And why we do it, as I said, we have overperformed our old goals several times. We have companies that are far over 20%, so we know this is possible to reach. So that's the first changement. Second one is the equity ratio. Since we want to continue grow by 10 to 20%, that are not changed, that has been the goal always. We want to have a strong balance sheet also when it's bad times. So we raised that from 30 to 40. Practically, it doesn't mean anything because we are above 60. So, but it can be good to know for investors that we will keep an equity on latest 40 to not have too high risks when we grow here. And growth target remain 10 to 20%, and 5 to 10 is organic growth. And this will, of course, be very different years. I mean, some years we do acquisitions, then we will probably go higher. I think it was on 32% 2 years ago. And then if it's no acquisition, we will be in the lower end of it. So it will not be something that we deliver every year, so to say. It's an average. We should reach this. And old goals are over a period of a business cycle. And you can say right now I'm happy, as I wrote in the Q4 report, for the sales we have now, because it is a tough market, and I think it will continue to at least Q3. Sports retail I'm pretty sure, will recover in Q3. And that is because most of our clients, they were overstocked. And have had, their goal have been to take down their own stock, which means that they haven't hardly buy anything from suppliers. So I think we are doing it very, very well right now, according to who the economy is. Now we should join for a short trip to Seattle. And here you can see, we talk a lot about optimization and how we should reach those goals. We have 13 warehouses left to do. We have done 6 or 7 large, and 2 are soon done. But this is order coming in to Cutter & Back in Seattle. Some technician here, maybe. Hjälp inte att trycka 2 här. And then I can just add, when you see this movie, if you go back in Seattle's case 2 years, or if you go back more than 5 years in our history, all this was done by hand. So you will see a big change in efficiency when we do this. I close now. It will maybe be better. And you can already from the first step that if you go back in the past, most of the order was coming in by phone. Now it's more and more in internet and EDI. And then after it came by phone, it was printed out on the paper, carried out to the warehouse, picked up by hand, then to the embroidery by hand, and so on. So it's a extremely big difference in efficiency when we have come through all companies in this. Nu funkar den. Okay. Yeah, any questions, or should I leave to the next one? Yes.
One question about this integration of embroidery into your own business. I mean, previously or historically, I think you've said that you would like to handle as little as possible of this because you want the volume and the simplicity and have third parties handle this.
Yeah.
Now it seems have you changed a little bit your strategy?
A little bit, yes, because it has been less seasonal. The big problem in the past was that it was mainly screen printing. And screen printing was mainly done on light clothing, like T-shirts and so on. So you had an extreme peak for the production in Q2. And now when it's more methods like embroidery coming up, you have transfer printing and so on, it's easier to handle. So a little bit changed, but we don't have the goal to own everything. If we can have a solution that we have at Inga, that we have an external company established into our warehouse, we think that is a very good alternative also.
Is it, I guess it's a higher gross margin, of course, if you have an embroidery on the item than if you just sell it to someone else placing that. But it's also a higher cost to handle it. So could you say something about the difference in operating margin per item?
But it's actually not different, because when we make the embroidery, We charge a garment at the same price as we do if we sell it in blank, and then we add on the cost for the embroidery.
And the margin on that embroidery work that you are now looking to add more of?
Thomas, do you know that? What is it? What's that? You will have it later on. And Thomas and also Tom will talk a lot more about this automatization and logistics and so on. Okay, thank you for the... Yeah, sorry.
It's okay to ask a question about the financial targets?
Yes.
Or do you want... Yes, could you give us some of the ideas of the building block to get from the current 67% margin up to 20%?
First of all, we still have companies underperforming, even in Sweden, and there we have to do changes. Second of all, we have 13, I think I said before, I think it's 13 warehouses left to automatize, and it's a huge difference in profitability between the ones that have already done that and the ones that haven't done it. And then also when we grow, we think we can have better and better buying prices as long as we grow with existing brands and existing products. Then you have some parts that are, I would say, still not profitable, but we will believe very hard in the future, like craft running shoes, that still counts as a new project with quite bad gross margins and so on. So it's a mix of different and quite many fixes. It's not one quick fix. Okay, then I welcome Thomas and Andreas. Thank you very much.